All right, good luck.
Thanks. Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Thank you all for being here today. Honestly, we couldn't have asked for a more perfect day. Not because of the weather, but because all of you are here to celebrate with us today. Some of you drove in, some of you flew in, and it means the world to us. We want to take a moment to thank everyone who helped bring today to life. First and foremost, Katrina. I really couldn't have done it without you. Your attention to detail, your love, and your care to this craft. And to all our vendors, thank you for being here today. And to our friends and family, over the years, you've shown us so much love and support, and we're beyond grateful. And now, the cards at your tables, we started working on these about 8 months ago, and we're so excited to finally share them with you today. And now, I'm going to hand it off to Katrina.
So as Ryan said, thank you all so much for being here. It really means the world to us. Growing up, I felt pretty lucky. I have the best family. And as a child, I had all 4 of my grandparents with me. Even into adulthood, I had 3 of them with me. But in the last few years, I started to feel like that luck was running out. And not only running out, but it felt like it was being wrung dry. But one day, Ryan sent me this Instagram reel. It was like this older hippie-ish guy, and he said something that really stuck with me. He said, if we were to go back 100 years in time, the people on the planet at that time would be a completely different set of people as the people alive right now. And if we were to go forward 100 years in time, it would be, again, a completely different set of people. And so, right here, right now, this sliver of time, the people who are here with us are our Earth buddies. And of course, there's some people on this planet that I really don't want to be buddies with, but we're not talking about them today. What stuck with me is this idea that all of our timelines are overlapping, and we somehow all ended up here at the same time. And not only did our timelines overlap with yours, but our paths got to cross in such a meaningful way. Because we get to be each other's family, closest friends, and chosen people in this lifetime. And I'm so grateful for all the people that I got to spend time with, even if I didn't get as much time as I wanted. For my aunt Gong and I, we had 16 years together. For both my grandmas, Ma and Ama, we had 28 years. And me and my mom, we had 30 years together. Even though, we didn't get as much time, I just feel so, it's so special that we got time together at all. And so, when I start to think about it that way, I feel lucky all over again. And so today is about celebrating the love between Ryan and I, but a big reason why we were so excited about today was because it's a day where we get to celebrate our love for all of you. And hopefully, the love you have for us. And this is the only time in this lifetime where this exact group of people, our family, our friends, the vendors all here, this is the only time where we're all going to be in the same place at the same time. And so I hope for the next few hours that we get together, that you all soak it all in and feel the love around you and express your love and enjoy the food and drinks. Dance like no one's watching, even if you've never danced before. You can do it later. And I just hope you all enjoy being here together, because that's what we feel like life is really about. So thank you all for being part of our lives, and we love you.
Let's give it up. Katrina, Ryan, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Eileen, and this is Karen, and we're Katrina's Maids of Honor. We're so happy to be here tonight to celebrate our dear friends, Katrina and Ryan. We spent a lot of time thinking about how to approach this speech, especially since neither of us considers public speaking our strong suit. We thought about doing a rap, If You Know, You Know, or a play on Katrina's YouTube video on Maid of Honor tips. But in the end, we chose to speak to one of Katrina's love languages, words of affirmation. So tonight, we're reading a love letter of sorts. Bear with us as we celebrate our love for our dear friend, Katrina. We had a rocky start. If I remember correctly, I think your sister Karen first thought I was trying to sabotage you in middle school.
I'm sorry.
But a lot has happened since then. ASB really brought us together. Somewhere between microwaving lunches in Panther's Lair, spending countless hours after school making giant posters, and then going home to have full-blown conversations on each other's Facebook walls, I became a close friend and your godsister.
You are truly one of a kind, unapologetically yourself in the most beautiful way. You're the friend we can always turn to, whether we need a detective to find the exact photo from a specific time period, a good chuckle, or just someone to listen to our secrets. But everyone just know, if you don't tell Katrina explicitly not to tell anyone, whatever you say becomes fair game. You pour so much thought and intention into everything you do, and that's so clear into the intricate details of this wedding. But what I love most is your ability to be silly and expressive, to make everyone around you feel comfortable enough to be themselves too.
I still remember how we were convinced that our friendship wouldn't survive after high school. Like somehow going to college on opposite coasts would be the end of our story. That our goodbye even involved some crying in a bathroom. But of course, that wasn't the end at all. We've watched you grow from the Katrina who wore brightly colored glasses and covered every inch of her room with K-pop posters to someone who now leans into a more calmer aesthetic. But at your core, you haven't changed. You've always been brave, willing to chase the life you want with intention and heart. You've always had a gift for building deep and meaningful relationships. And in the past year especially, I've been in awe of the way you've shown love and strength to the people around you.
Now on to Ryan. Thank you for loving our best friend through every version of her, through the good, the bad, and even the hilariously chaotic. From staring lovingly at her cauliflower-infected ear after Katrina decided to up her hotness factor with one of the most expensive piercings because she ended up in the emergency room a few days later. From your willingness to move to Boston with her, no questions asked, showing that your commitment has no limits. You make her feel every emotion. Yes, you may get on her nerves, but you also make her feel so deeply loved and, most importantly, truly heard. Which is impressive because we all know Katrina has a lot to say. But even more than that, we're truly grateful for the love, patience, and steady support you give Katrina every day. I think this is the time where we're supposed to gently but firmly ask you to always take care of our best friend. Not just today, but every day from this moment on. When the excitement of this wedding fades and life goes back to normal, she might roll her eyes at something you said. She'll likely critique your driving and insist on having the last word. But try to remember how you feel today, completely in love and as a unit. And if challenges ever come your way, remember this. It's not you two against each other, but you two facing the problem together.
Katrina, on your wedding day, we just want you to know how proud we are of you, of the woman you've become, how deeply we love you, and how excited we are for this next chapter for you and Ryan. While we know how supportive you already are to one another, we want you to know that we'll always be here for you. And now that goes for you too, Ryan, even if your restaurant recommendations are kind of mid.
Today is filled with so much joy, but is also a little bittersweet. We want to take the time to acknowledge your mom because she was such a big part of your life and ours too. She showed you how to love with your whole heart, care deeply for those around you, and always find the good in every situation. And of course, the best deals. We see so much of her in you, her kindness, her strength, her warmth. And though she's not here with us in person, I know her love surrounds you both today, shining through you and filling this room with her beautiful spirit. Now, as we wrap this up, I want to invite everyone to do something special. Because if there's one thing Nana loves, it's documenting everything. So please pull out your phones now and turn on your cameras. Take a picture of this very moment, or throughout your evening. It could be selfies, pictures with your table, or a sweet shot of the bride and groom. Selfie. Selfie over here. Oh. Then send it to Katrina and Ryan. It'll give them something to look back on and smile about tomorrow. Let's fill their phones and their hearts with love tonight.
Everyone raise your glass. Here's to Katrina and Ryan. May your life together be one filled with love and laughter. Love always, your maids of honor.
Up next, I'd like to invite up sister of bride. Let's give it up for Karen.
Hi everyone, I'm Karen, Katrina's sister. I hope everyone's having a good time tonight. So the past few months have been incredibly hard, and I know we all wish things were different. But today I'm grateful that we can all be together to celebrate love and to cherish this moment together. Seeing Katrina and Ryan up there today, surrounded by all of us, hunching their love together was incredibly touching and so emotional. And it's one of those moments that make you think about all the little things that got us here today. Growing up with Na was full of a lot of everything. There were a lot of silly moments from our childhood, like purposely rolling off our beds while wrapped in our blankets and staying on the floor through the night, or choreographing dances with our cousins, Deanna and Serena, and we called ourselves Mesmerized, and we would showcase these dances during family dinners, or the Poke Club with our Yip cousins, and playing hometown freeze tag on Ma and Gong's lawn. There were the not so happy moments, like when I stabbed Na with a mechanical pencil, sorry, or when she smacked me on the head with our ancient landline phone. There were a lot of soft moments, like our make-believe stories with Hello Kitty and Keroppi before we fell asleep, or when one of us would call out connection and we would connect our blankets together so we could hold hands and be close together. And there were a lot of fangirl moments during our K-pop era, where we treated running Cassie's for Life like a job and planning the best ways to ask our parents if we could go to a concert. There were a lot of phone calls during college when both of us were struggling to find our own path, and more recently there have been many tears, both happy and sad, as we reflect on what we have and what we've lost. Through all of it, Na has been someone who feels deeply, loves fully, and gives completely. She does everything wholeheartedly, whether it's being there for friends, creating games for our family parties, teaching abroad in Japan and telling all of those girls, you can do it, or planning this wedding where thought was put into every detail. Na is someone that impacts the lives of those who cross paths with her, and she's someone that makes people feel seen, heard, and cared for. She's also someone that is vulnerable and open, and who thrives on deep connections and relationships. And that brings me to Ryan. I first met him back in middle school when we were both on our Science Olympiad team. Ryan was the small kid with big eyes who was probably goofing around with Ian in the cafeteria while they were working on Scrambler. Back then, none of us knew where life would take us. But it's been amazing to watch Ryan grow into the thoughtful, hardworking, and kind man he is today. He's someone that has faced hard times and come through them with strength and humility. And Ryan brings out the best in my sister. He listens to her, supports her, isn't afraid to tell her when he disagrees, and grounds her. And most of all, he loves our family as his own, and we all feel it. If you know my sister, you know how important her family is to her. And I'm glad she's found someone that also finds warmth and joy in weekends at Ma's and Gong's, neighborhood walks, and just quiet moments spent at home. In between all of the quiet moments, I wish you both a lifetime of food that's tasty enough to make you dance in your seats and unbutton your pants, fun desserts and drinks, more sponsored items from brands you love, and lots of travels. Before I close, I want to take a moment to honor someone we all deeply miss today, our mom. She was the heart of our family, strong, loving, joyful, and always so supportive. If she were here with us today, she would be beaming with love and pride, and she would have celebrated today with her whole heart. Even though she's not physically with us, I feel her presence in the laughter, in the love that surrounds us, and especially in the bond that we share as a family. I see her thoughtfulness, warmth, and dimpled smile in Na, and I know that her love will always live on through you both. On behalf of our parents and the Yip and Huynh families, I want to give the warmest welcome to Ryan. We're so happy that you're officially part of our family now, and we can't wait to witness the next chapter of your lives together. As we raise our glasses to this new chapter, we also raise them in honor of our mom, who gave us so much and who we will always think of, miss, and love. Cheers to loving out loud.
Let's give it up. Ryan's maid and sister of the bride, Karen, with a beautiful toast. Great job, Karen. Next, I'd like to invite up groomsmen and friend of the groom. Let's give it up for Chris.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming to celebrate Ryan and Katrina's big day. A lot of you traveled really far. Hope everyone can hear me from the back. Yeah? Ryan, you and I have been great friends for over half our lives now. I think if any two guys here could be called butt buddies, it would be us. After all, I've wiped his before. By now, we've had countless core memories together, every single late night in high school and college, every single gym progress picture we've taken of each other, flexing in our underwears. And when we went to Korea after graduating college, unemployed, we've had to survive off of microwavable rice. It is through memories like this and countless others that I'm able to speak to what a great guy Ryan is. He's hilarious, patient, loyal. I truly see him as a brother. And that's why today I'm so happy that this has finally come together. But seriously, if I had to endure another 12 months of YouTube wedding proposal videos with this guy, I don't know if I could have taken it. Seeing Ryan plan this all out was frustrating at times, but he never doubted whether Katrina was the right girl for him. He just wanted everything to be perfect for her. Katrina, you are such a great match for Ryan. When you guys first started dating, I didn't tell Ryan this, but I was a little salty because throughout college, he third-wheeled me so many times. I kind of expected to be invited to some of their dates too. But from afar, from very far away, I could see that my best friend was very happy, and over the years, I've watched them grow. Katrina, you are a genuine and kind person, and your love for your family is inspirational and amazing, and I'm really happy that Ryan is able to share that with you. Seeing you guys dance together on Instagram to silly songs, I know that you're just meant to be. But things will not always be smooth sailing. For all the good that's in Ryan, sometimes he makes some questionable decisions. Like the time we were in Thailand and he decided to dive off of a boat with his glasses on. He was very adamant that he would not lose his glasses. He lost his glasses. And then afterwards, he was also very adamant about diving back into the ocean to find his glasses. He could not find his glasses. But I'm very confident that choosing you was one of the best decisions that he has made. So, Ryan and Katrina, I wish you the best and a happy life ahead. If there's anything that you guys need, we're just a call away. Please raise your glasses to celebrate Ryan and Katrina.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. When the road looks
Let's give it up for Chris. Great job, Chris. Up next, we have brother of the groom and groomsmen. Let's give it up for Royce.
Hi all, I'm Royce, the groom's little brother. First, I'd like to thank everyone for being here to celebrate Ryan and Katrina. Whether you drove 30 minutes or flew in internationally, we're very grateful to have you here tonight. I met Ryan in the late 90s when he was 4 and I was 0. And we didn't make the best first impression on each other. I'm sure there are siblings out there who can relate. We always got into fights, and it'd be over anything. Whose turn it was to use the computer, who got to sit in the front seat of the car, what radio station we'd listen to. We'd even get into physical fights, and to be honest, I was definitely the one who was instigating them. I'd always cause problems and then run away and plead for my mom to save me. I remember back in elementary school, my brother would spend over 10 minutes spiking his hair with gel. He'd meticulously style each individual strand like it was an art piece. I'd wait patiently for him to finish, and then once he did, I'd smush his hair, ruining all his progress. He'd always get his payback though. I've spent countless moments of my childhood in a headlock from this man. One thing I remember the most is always my dad telling us, you only have one brother. And as a kid, I never understood that. Well, no duh, he's my only brother. I don't have any other siblings. I'm not even sure my brother understood it at the time either, because we were still menaces to each other. We'd still punch each other for fun or continue playing bloody knuckles behind our parents' back. There was this one family trip to Legoland that really stands out. My dad, who rarely took off time from work, planned it, hoping it'd bring my brother and I closer together. There was this one ride called driving school, where you could steer your own Lego car around a track. There were no rails or anything to keep you on a set route, just the fence to keep all the cars in. We got on the ride, and once they gave us free will, my brother and I locked eyes with each other and drove full speed into one another. It was like some unspoken agreement to concuss each other. I think we both knew we'd get in trouble, but we also knew it'd be funny enough to be worth it. Sorry, Dad. As chaotic as we were, we had rhythms. We'd wake up early to watch Dragon Ball Z, we'd play the same games, downloaded the same songs off LimeWire, even watched the same YouTube videos together. Niga Higa, Smosh, college humor, you name it. I recently looked back at old photos for nostalgia as his wedding was coming up, and each photo reminded me of how much I love him. Maybe I didn't notice it then, but looking at it now, it was plain as day. We'd always have matching outfits, we'd always have the same spiky haircut, inspired by Goku and Vegeta, and I'd always be hugging him like he was my favorite plush. Over time, maybe in middle school, we started fighting less and understanding each other more. Somewhere along the way, I realized my brother was my blueprint. He'd always trailblazed, and I just followed. I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do in life, but I always felt like he had it figured out. I was probably a hater at the time, but I think everything he did honestly impressed me. When my brother was in the basketball team in 6th grade, I ended up joining the 2nd grade Pee Wee team. I learned clarinet just like him, and he was gracious enough to give me all his old clarinet gear. And when I got to high school, I took the same classes he did. I even stumbled across some of his old coursework, which at the time felt like striking gold. If there's any faculty here from Rosie High School, that was a joke. Whether I realized it or not, he was always carving a path for me, and he never let me walk it alone. And by becoming so much like him, I inherited the same strengths and the same flaws. Growing up in a house with just another brother does something to you. We were both violent and brash, we were both impulsive, disorganized, always thinking we had more time than we actually did. We don't write things down, we procrastinate. We also never really communicated our feelings, besides making sure the other person was alive and if they had eaten yet. But over the course of his 8-year relationship with Katrina, I noticed a shift in my brother. Katrina was the antithesis of him. She was thoughtful, intentional, organized, and always 3 steps ahead. She's the type A to his type B. I was honestly surprised he hadn't scared her off by now. She's the only person I know who can convince my brother to clean his room. And when he can't do it, she shows up with gloves, respirators, and a trash bag. But it's more than just tidying up. I feel like Katrina's helped my brother become more intentional, reflect more, and become more patient. He's even gotten way better at Teochew. She's softened up that big, scary, spiky-haired paikia. Since Katrina entered his life, I've had conversations with my brother that I never thought we'd have. And through her, I've been able to learn more about my own brother. So thank you, Katrina. Back then, if I cried, it was probably because he hit me or something. But now, I cry when I think about how much my brother means to me. I especially love the moments where Katrina and I bond through roasting my brother. The inner child in me is so happy because I finally have an ally. But behind those loving roast sessions, I see how gentle and aware she is. She's patient and graceful, and yet somehow still a savage. I think that's my favorite part about her. She's chill, but I know she can throw down. She's the perfect balance that my brother needs. Even family dinners are warmer and more coordinated with her around. She's always there, documenting dinners, taking all the selfies, and probably the one who initiated the whole dinner to begin with. She remembers holidays, birthdays, plans ahead, and somehow makes everything feel a little more put together. She's a person who plants trees whose shade she may never sit under. And I've felt the difference she's made, not just for my brother, but for us all. Growing up with my brother was enough to convince me that one brother was plenty. But I always wanted a sister because I thought a sister would be the opposite of my brother. Someone sensitive, someone who didn't punch me, someone who would share their toys. But unfortunately, I think my relationship with my brother growing up convinced my parents that 2 boys were more than enough. I guess they didn't want to risk having another boy. But now, somehow, I got my wish. I get a sister who's just as much a blueprint as my brother is, someone who isn't a menace, someone who has all the complementary skills my brother wishes he had. But just like my brother, I still have so much to learn from her, and it feels like I struck gold again. So here's to the both of you, to the laughter, the growth, the softening and sharpening you bring out in each other. I can't wait to see what you build together. To my only brother, Koko, and my long-awaited sister, Cheche. I love you both.
Let's give it up for the brother of the groom one more time, Royce. Way to end it, Royce.
Good job. Good job.
That wraps up the toast of speeches. We are ready. The whole club was looking at her. She hit the floor. Next thing you know, shawty got low, 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 low.